Now to our morning business report. Spirit fans raising money to try to save the airline.
And oil tankers from around the world are coming into the U.S. in record numbers. Channel 3's Jane King live at the New York Stock Exchange, breaking those stories down. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Tracy and Caitlin. Good morning. Yes, U.S. crude oil exports surged to a record 5.2 million barrels a day in April. That's according to the commodities firm Kepler. Now, exports are surging as buyers in Asia and elsewhere seek U.S. crude oil as an alternative to the Middle East. Corpus Christi, Texas, one of the largest oil export terminals in the world, had its busiest first quarter in its history. Well, a TikTok creator trying to save Spirit Airlines, Hunter Peterson, launched letsbuyspirit.com and had $23 million in pledges as of yesterday afternoon. In fact, 36,000 people had donated money and then the site crashed. The average pledge was $623. And more than a third of new podcasts are AI generated. Inception Point AI said it was responsible for 5,000 total shows and said it churns out 3,000 episodes a week. Now, according to Bloomberg, it now has 10,000 active shows. And stocks closed at record highs Friday. Companies are delivering strong earnings. That is giving the overall market a boost. And today, we're looking at a higher start. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.